Hey y'all. When I decided to go this week, I decided to do something different, which I mentioned this in the video. Um, this probably be my last chance to fish, maybe the next 3 months. So I decided wanted to go look at a place that I've been looking at for a while on satellite. Finally broke down and went. Be working a lot, and then once I finish our annual maintenance outage, I got to have surgery on my back, clean up a little issue going on there that's causing me some problems. Nothing major, but that'll keep me out of the boat probably for 4 to 6 weeks. So I decided I was going to try to squeeze one more trip in. So that's what I did. I wish I could tell you that you'll see a lot of fish caught in this video, but you're not going to see the first one caught. I did not have a bite all day. Kind of baffled by it still. Beautiful day when I went out. We had the front coming in, so it should have been really good ahead of the front. For whatever reason, though, I could not find a fish. I really decided to go ahead and put this video out, though, because we had a lot of people question or interested about some of the way that some of us fish in some of these skinny creeks and backwaters. Been a lot of questions about it on the Low Country Facebook page, and you can talk about it all you want, but until you actually see what some of the places and some of the things we do to get there, I decided I'd just put this together. A little bit long, about 23 minutes or so, maybe a little more, but there's some beautiful footage in it. Gorgeous places in the back of some of these rivers. Fortunately, I've got a boat that'll allow me to get back in there to them. So anyway, that being said, appreciate y'all watching. Wish I could have caught some fish for you, but we'll just let you watch the video, and hopefully I'll get lucky and maybe squeeze one more trip in somehow before surgery, but I kind of doubt it. Y'all have a great day. All right, well, I decided to do something completely different today. I headed in the opposite direction. I've been going for about the last 4 or 5 trips. Came back up in a river, way back in the river. I haven't been in since early spring probably. And I got a spot been looking at, been wanting to try. Dang, there was already a boat there, and another boat just passed by this little creek I'm in now, heading that direction too. So apparently this has gotten a really popular area all of a sudden. I don't know, maybe it's been popular back here and I just wasn't aware of it, but you never see anybody willing to come this far back in this river. But so I came up a little side creek. I figure I'm gonna try it up in here a little bit, let the water drop a little, see if maybe I can find some reds in here. I got a couple other little places I might try. Another little creek I've never been in, where there looks like a promising spot. So today's gonna be another day of exploring, looks like. Kind of wish now in a way I went back to where I've been going, because I know been having good luck with the reds and stripers there. But yeah, good to change up and come try some other new places I haven't been to. So we'll see what happens. Starting out with this Z-Man Golden Boy. We've had such good luck with it lately. I don't know how it'll do up here, but I'll give it a shot early. The water's really clear. creek I'm in's got a real hard bottom. Matter of fact, I couldn't get my stakeout pole to stick in the bottom. I had to stick it in the side of here where the marsh mud's at to get it to hold. I mean, I couldn't get it 2 inches down in it. There's a lot of sand in the bottom. So we'll see what happens. And the gnats are out too. I think because I'm covered up. Where I'm at, this tide's about an hour behind here than out at the mouth of the sound. So we still got a good probably 3 hours to low tide. And this is kind of time I like to usually start fishing. I like to lower about mid-tide down. I don't know, it just seems to be my confidence tides lately. It's when I've had my best luck. I wanted to go further up this creek, but you see that tree right there is down, and there's another one looks like around from it. So I'm not going to try to push past them. I hate to get in there and stay a little too long and then be stuck here for 4 or 5 hours before I could get back out. Because I do have some other places I might go try. I want to try. And from what I see at low tide, there's only a couple little pools of water in here. It goes about completely dry. Some creeks you don't mind getting locked into if you got water and you know the fish are in there, but I don't know if that's the case in this one, so I'm not going to take a chance. Based on satellite photos, even the pools of water to the left don't look like there's very much to them. So what I'm really hoping is I'll hear these boats leave from those other spots, because it gets really skinny back there where I wanted to go to. They were both bay boats. Got a lot more draft than I have, so I can get away and get some places most people can't. Like it'll be another pretty day today. Got some broken clouds. Sun's been kind of in and out a little bit. It was really cold this morning when I was hooking the boat up. My fingers were numb by the time I got the cover off and got most of the stuff put in it, but it's really warmed up a lot now. Not bad at all. I hate fishing with numb fingers. Buddy Stephen Smith recommended these glacier gloves, and they well worth the money, because I have not had cold hands with these since I know last year I did a video with Dan, Low Country Fishing, and we like to froze that day. Both our hands were numb by the time we got in. It was so bad I couldn't even tie knots at times. I mean, it was, I think that's the coldest my hands have ever been. So I knew it was time to get some gloves. Getting a little older now. You know, you get older, I guess your blood circulation isn't as good or what, but it seems like your extremities get colder faster. Got this Texas jig head on this thing. I can feel it when it bumped across that log down there. This creek doesn't go way back in there, not too far. It's a small creek, so the current coming out of here, even though it's like mid tides, still not crazy fast. So I don't have a very heavy jig head at all. It's only about 1/8 of an ounce, but it's still enough to get it down. I can feel the stuff on the bottom when I'm bumping it. I never had a bite at the other spot, so I'll ease back out a little bit. I'm almost out of this creek. There's some trees down and a little bit deeper in this, next to this little hammock here, so I'm gonna give it a shot. See if I can maybe pick up something here. If not, I'm gonna go try another creek. I think it's getting low enough now. One of the big bay boats just left out of the back of where I wanted to go. So I don't know, I might ease back up in there. I don't know if I think the other boat's still in there somewhere. There's still one more back in there. I don't know how late he'll stay, because it's starting to get skinny in this creek in places. And that's even though that's the main part of the river, it starts getting really skinny back in there too. So we'll see what happens. I swapped over this purple chartreuse tail minnow Z, little 3-inch minnow Z on 1/8 Texas eye. The water's really clear. Thinking I'm gonna go back to the lighter, go back to that golden boy. There's 2 or 3 logs down in here. These little trees that have fallen in, and it's a good looking spot. But it doesn't mean the fish will be here. But it sure looks good. And it could still be a little early for them. You know, there's enough water if they're in here and they haven't pushed out yet. These reds, a lot of time they'll wait to the very last minute to push out. They don't mind belly crawling in the mud. They have their backs out, so I'm not sure I'm gonna stay in here and wait on them though. I really want to go try this other spot. So I think I'm gonna ease out here a couple more casts if I don't do something. Ease around a couple more bends in this river out here and see if the boats are still up there. Well, I hear a boat moving back there now. So, I don't know. Yeah, sound like they're coming out. They would say, I know these guys probably don't want to risk staying in there too long. Those bigger boats. The other one went by. I don't even think he even realized I was in here. So I think I'm gonna pull the trolling motor up, pull the power pole up, ease out of here. Yeah, I believe that was the last of the boats there. Let's see if I can ease in there. I have pushed way back in this river, way farther than I've ever been. There's a little dead leg of it, but still got a good bit of water, and I'm seeing some movement. I don't know if it's bait or whether it might be a red in here, but my goal is to catch a red on this fly rod that my buddy Steven built me this year, and that has not happened. So I brought it with me because the wind was supposed to be low today, and there's hardly any wind. Got ducks. So I'm gonna ease up in here, try to throw this thing around. I'm very rusty on the fly rod, but as long as I don't try to cast too long, I'll do okay. So I'm gonna try to ease in here and see what we've got. So far it seems to be pretty deep right here. I can't even see the bottom. So I'm not sure what it is, but I see something that's about 45 feet ahead of me. Let's see if I can maybe get a cast over there to it. I gotta get some line back in here. It would wrap around the trolling motor. That's the problem doing this by yourself. It's hard to. Ideally need somebody on the platform, but I'm definitely not good enough to get up on the platform and have the fly rod. So I'm gonna have to try to make do easing in here with the trolling motor. Might not be anything to it, but it's worth a try. If I don't pick anything up, then I'll follow on up and go up to this other little hammock. Looks like there's trees down in the water, so like a prime redfish spot. So we're gonna try it for a minute and move on if I don't do anything. Well, I went as far as I could go till I ran into some downed trees that I couldn't get around. Might could get through there at dead high tide and go on back, but I don't know. I might do that one day exploring. But today I'm gonna come back out to a place that I saw earlier that looked pretty good and try it there. I didn't do anything at the last spot. So I've got to navigate this minefield out of here. There's a lot of down trees, there's a lot of sandbars. See, I got a little, I guess a sandbar right here on the right hand side. Got to see where the water's kind of disturbing a little bit. Actually, some shells building up right there. So at some point that's going to be probably a nice shell mound. And some more up here, and I've got a place now. I don't know if I'm gonna go through this forward or whether I'm gonna put the trolling motor down and go through it backwards, because sometimes you get a lot more control being I'm going with the current. And one thing about this skiff, it handles a little weird. I don't like the steering system they put on it when I bought it. It doesn't turn very far in one direction, so it kind of makes it difficult in real tight spots sometimes. So I'm gonna ease up here and look at it and see if I think I can squeeze through here going forward. I just don't know. I don't believe I'm gonna have enough control. So see, there's trees everywhere here. So I think I'm gonna put my trolling motor down and go through it backwards. So let's see what I can do here real quick. I've done this before in a couple other places, and it's a lot better than risking dinging up the boat. I mean, it's gonna get a couple of scratches here and there because of the way I fish. I like to fish around oysters and all this structure, so that's just part of the game, but no need in getting it dinged up if you don't have to. So we're gonna ease over, see how this works. Thank goodness the current has slowed down a little bit for me, but it's still running pretty good. Like I say, at the mouth of this river, I'm certain the tide has already changed and probably started coming back in a little bit. But I'm so far back, I'm several miles back in this river, so it hadn't it'll take a while yet. We're probably still almost an hour before this tide will change back here, if not more. If I can get this thing to cooperate and spin around like I want. Got a little bit of a breeze pushing me too, and it's making it do stuff I don't want it to do. So we'll see what happens here. I might have to end up trying to go forward with the trolling motor. I don't know. It is just not wanting to go where I want it to go right this second. So bear with me. All right, I made it through there. It wasn't pretty, but I ended up laying the rods down, and if I'd have been 5 minutes later, I wouldn't have got through there. I thought it was scraping over the logs coming out. It was all the way across, so I couldn't see those on the way in. So that's a chance you take, though, going into some of these little places like this. But yeah, if I'd have had to wait, I wouldn't have had to wait that long. But it's just part of the game. You got to be willing to take a chance sometime. Now here's another tree in the water right here that I had no idea was there on the way in. This far back, there was a lot of trees down in the water that have floated and moved around on these spring tides. When it really gets to ripping through here, it'll move them around a good bit. So now I think it's fairly clear until I get back up here to the next place I want to next place I'm gonna try, which is some more down trees. I've got a little ways to go. I'm almost tempted to get on plane, but this creek is so narrow now and the channel's so small, there's a lot of sharp turns, so I don't think I would run into anybody coming this late in the tide, but I'm just not going to take that chance. So we'll just kind of fast idle on out of here.